Morning all, how's it going? Or evening, if you're in the UK. Those of you that have followed me for a while now know that I've been saying for months that there is absolutely no way, as long as Joe Biden has a hole in his arse, he is not going to agree to debate Trump. I do not believe it. I didn't think that was particularly prescient on my part, because a lot of people have said it. It's very logical, isn't it? When it's clear that he has got galloping salinity, to the point where he makes absolutely no sense whatsoever when he speaks. How can he have a debate with Trump? How can he do it? Just look at this classic, my favourite clip of Joe Biden. Totally unedited. It's off like a 40-minute press conference. It's honestly, I swear to God, I have to make the point because it's so ridiculous and hilarious. Everyone thinks it's fake. I've showed it to a few people around here when we were having a pint. And I was like, look at this here. Democrats, obviously. I think Republicans know he's off his tits. And they were like, nah, that's fake, that. It's fake. I had to go to great lengths to prove. I was like, look, it's an unedited video. Look how batshit Joe Biden is. Look at the gobbledygook he comes out with. Full segment on WITN Channel 22 News. Just listen to listen to this. You will piss yourself laughing. He sounds like an old drunk grandpa in a nursing home wearing like a tin helmet from the fucking First World War, shaking his cane and talking about the Red Baron in 2020. Just listen.
Everything about. And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight and then watch the hair come back up again. They'd look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
I laugh every time. I learned about roaches. What the fuck is he talking about? Were roaches rubbing his leg pubes? I don't even understand what he fucking means. My fucking God. Even the fact that he stammers as much as he does, right? Imagine if Trump asks him a question or, you know, throws him a curveball and he goes like this. It's like, that's when he's giving a nice relaxing speech at a tiny little fucking hawky little gathering in fucking Wilmington. Imagine when he's on the debate stage with Trump, the shit poster in chief, and he just starts torturing him. And you can torture him because his fucking background's shocking. It's just filthy. Again, I'm not a Republican. When I fucking got my American citizenship, I registered Democrat because I thought England, I'm a conservative in England. That's pretty centrist. So that would make me a Democrat in the United States. And I've got an old-fashioned view of the US because I grew up in the 90s and the noughties, and I spent all my youth laughing at the American conservatives, the sort of Baptist preachers, the Pat Robertson conspiracy theorist, creationist types who think the world's 6,000 fucking years old and the Flintstones was a documentary and the fossil records faked and Jesus buried dinosaur bones to test our faith. The televangelists. I never had any time for the American Republican Party. I remember seeing this website, the American Taliban, years ago, decades ago, and reading stuff like Bob Dornan, don't use the word gay unless it's an acronym for got AIDS yet. Not a bad quip, but I don't agree with his sentiments. I remember reading some of these, David Trosh, sodomy is a graver sin than murder. Unless there is life, there can be no murder. I remember reading all this stuff and thinking, you know what? I've got nothing in common with these people. And yet, contrary to popular belief, the Republican Party hasn't got more right-wing since Trump turned up. It became a broader church, like the UK Conservative Party. It seems to me the creationists and the religious nuts, the ones who I naturally don't agree with because I like gambling, boozing, all of the fun things in life, they've suddenly opened the tent and said, you know what, lads? You've got a lot more in common with us than these balmy left-wing fucking fanatics. Have at it. And I think it's the exact opposite of the truth when they say the Republicans have gone far right. Donald Trump's more like a libertarian centrist in the UK. He's more like Thatcher, a free market libertarian. I mean, she wasn't a real conservative. She was a free market libertarian. And that's Trump. I mean, did you see him when he fucking said his Bible was brand new? He was like, oh, look, I read this Bible every day. Like, it was brand new. He just bought it on Amazon. He told him it was his granny's Bible. Donald Trump's not religious. I'm sorry, Christian right-wingers. He isn't. And that's why I like him. He's not a religious man. He's a fucking capitalist, normal bloke, playboy, likes pissing up, likes shagging, likes enjoying himself. That sits better with me than any Pat Robertson Bible-thumping shenanigans. It's not my cup of tea at all. But the Republican Party's evolved. I feel very happy as a centre. I think of myself as a centrist. As a centrist person voting for the modern Republicans. I wouldn't have voted for them 15 years ago when I got the impression that they were all Bible-thumping religious zealots who wanted to ban everything. But as I keep saying, they've switched jobs. The humorless bastards are no longer the right-wing religious zealots. It's the left-wing social justice zealots. No sense of humour, don't like jokes, don't like fucking video games, because they're all problematic. Can't tell any fucking non-PC gags or make any quips. Want to ban everything, want to silence everybody. The left-wingers are the new Baptist preachers, and I'm not a right-wing crazy. They've just gone fucking mental. Mental. Ash Sarkar, Owen Jones, and the American ones like AOC, fucking Chomper, and Ilhan Omar. They're like militant communists who want to ban everything and have complete control over your fucking life. They're the lunatics, not me. I'm not very right-wing, and neither is Donald Trump. He's centre-right, very patriotic, wants to protect the border, and he's a capitalist. Not the end of the fucking world. I'd rather have that than a batshit, swivel-eyed communist who has teeth like a fucking witch doctor's necklace and talks constant shit on the TV and pisses me off. They are the crazies. Don't tell me the modern conservatives in America are more right-wing than they were 15 years ago, because they fucking aren't. The free market libertarians, and if you're anywhere near the centre politically, centre left, centre right, you should be voting for Trump over Biden, because he's currently bending over and letting fucking Ilhan Omar roger him with a fucking pineapple. They are mental, and Donald Trump is less mental than his lefty counterparts. Anyway, went on a tangent there. Just look at this, proving me right here. Look at this former presidential Clinton press secretary, Joe Lockhart, proving me right and saying this fucking nonsense on CNN.
We're just 59 days away from the first presidential debate between President Donald Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden. But for weeks, some political experts have been raising the question, would Biden be better off skipping the debates? Former Clinton White House Press Secretary Joe Lockhart wrote an op-ed for CNN.com titled, "Joe Biden Could Still Lose This Election." And as I read it, I was struck by this provocative paragraph. Quote, "Whatever you do, don't debate Trump. Trump has now made more than 20,000 misleading or false statements, according to the Washington Post. It's a fool's errand to enter the ring with someone who can't follow the rules or the truth. Biden will undoubtedly take heat from Republicans and the media for skipping the debates, but it's worth the risk, as trying to debate someone incapable of telling the truth is an impossible contest to win."
What a fucking maniac, eh? What a maniac. That is a real stretch to come up with any excuse to not do the debate. I said it months ago. Those in the know said it months ago. Everybody saw this coming 10 miles away. Let me just pick over his statement briefly, rather than listen to this rabidly partisan geriatric with a head full of cow shit, shall I? You don't want to listen to him anyway. Whatever you do, don't debate Trump. Trump has now made more than 20,000 misleading or false statements, like every single politician on planet fucking Earth. Right? Let's just rebut that sentence straight away. Name me a politician who doesn't lie. Obama lies, Reagan lied, Clinton lied, Trump lied. Every politician lies. Done. That's just it. We've all accepted it. The public has made peace with that fucking universal truth many, many years ago. They're all lying twats. It's not an excuse to fucking pull out of a debate because you are a fucking madman who talks about roaches and pubes during political rallies. Next bit. According to the Washington Post. According to the Washington Post. What, you mean the rabidly partisan, aggressively Democrat, fucking 30 stories and op-eds every single day about Trump, full-blown, galloping Trump derangement syndrome, Washington Post. You mean that, Washington Post? Yeah. So, nonsense. I think I've rebutted everything he said there and killed his fucking argument entirely in the first 2 sentences. Well, 1, because we can skip the first sentence. Done. They all lie, and the Washington Post partisan. Right? Cheers. Easy. I can fuck off already. It's a fool's errand to enter the ring with someone who can't follow the rules or the truth. No politicians follow the rules. Christ almighty, has the last 3 years proved nothing? They played dirty. As dirty as when ancient Rome had a Senate. They are filthy. They will do anything. Democrat and Republican. That is not an excuse to skip the debate. Biden will take heat from Republicans on the media for skipping the debate. No fucking shit, Sherlock. But it's worth the risk, as trying to debate someone incapable of telling the truth is an impossible contest to win. Christ almighty, like they haven't been lying on the debate stage since time immemorial. Fuck me. It is transparently obvious, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone watching can see through that a mile away. Even if you're a centre-left Democrat, surely you must concede all of my points there. They all lie. We know they all lie. The Washington Post is partisan. And everyone lies in the debates. We watch all of the lies, we watch the left-wing lies, we watch the right-wing lies, and then we make our mind up anyway. That's how it works, that's how it always has worked, that's how it always will work. And if you think you can use that as a thinly veiled excuse to drop Biden out of the debates like we said he was going to do months and months ago, just because he's off his fucking tits, and he can't string a sentence together without stammering, doing the fucking stutter rap, and then spinning some gobbledygook about roaches and pubes. I'm sorry, but he's fucked. The debate is what is stepping into the arena and proving you can do the job. And if you can't do the debate, you can't be the president. If you can't have a robust debate with your American political opponent, how the fuck are you going to stand up and have a proper debate and slam the cards on the table and tell them how it is when you're staring across the fucking table at aggressive fucking world leaders like Putin, the Iranian Ayatollahs or North Koreans? You honestly telling me any normal American who isn't a partisan maniac is going to go anywhere near Biden with a barge pole if he uses this ridiculous excuse? Trump lies. They all lie. Get a grip. Honestly, I'm loving it because it's proven me right, and everyone else who said it. We said it 6 months ago when it was clear he was like a drunk old uncle after 15 bottles of sherry. We knew there and then he could not do the debate because he is mentally incapable. They should have picked someone else. Pick somebody else. If you can't debate, pick somebody else. Get them to do the debate, because otherwise he is Tommy fucking ducked. I fucking knew it. Let's see. I guarantee he's not going to do it. He'll say anything. He's too racist, he's too sexist, he lies too much, whatever. But that old cunt is not getting on the stage with Donald, because he's got no chance. I don't think Donald's all there. He's old as well. If you watch videos of him from 10 years ago, he's not the same person. But he's definitely more put together than Joe fucking Biden. I wouldn't let Joe Biden tell me a fucking bedtime story, because he'd fuck that up. So I definitely don't want him running my country. Holy shit. Anyway, thanks for listening. I will see you guys soon. Cheers. Let me know what you think, guys. I'm sure plenty of you have been saying it for months. It's painfully obvious. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. He's off his fucking box, isn't he? Oh yeah, one last thing I wanted to cover. Due to popular demand, certainly, please, folks, ladies and gents, do not think that you need to buy any shit off me. I don't have a Patreon. I don't need sponsorship. I'm not financially embarrassed. If you're skinned, don't buy anything. But due to popular demand, i.e. people with a liking for borderline violence being depicted on clothing, I have started trying to do a merchandise shop. I've finally found one that'll do it. I started this one on Spreadshirt, spent loads of times making it. Look, there's awesome attire for discerning deplorables, redistribute my wealth immediately. And then no products come up because the horrible bastards, the capitalists, even the capitalists have gone communist. Go on my designs, look. Everything good gets rejected. That got rejected. It's literally just the Anglosphere flag with the logo and the writing, and it says reason for rejection, community standards. So apparently that milk toast run-of-the-mill logo is offensive, and my my community policing got rejected. Look, bad news if I'm afraid, son. You'll get 3 years jail and a good fucking kicking in the back of the van. Now that one, at least, I can understand why they might reject that one. Bike lock bother, rejected, yeah. Defeating the beast, fight communists. Literally all I'm saying there is fight against communists, but not allowed to do that, rejected. Silence is violence, rejected. Everything, rejected. So, fuck them. I finally found one that did accept them on Redbubble, and I'm going to get to work on that and hopefully stick a few of the better ones, the ones people have asked for, usually involving a bootneck threatening a protester with a plank with a nail in the end. I'll try and get them up. And if you do want a piece of bootneck related tat, feel free to buy one, as long as you aren't skinned. Because I'll feel guilty if some of you bastards don't feed the kids because you're desperate for a piece of bootneck merchandise. I do love that one. If you're a copper, you could use that as your notebook. That'd be quality. Take someone's name and address down with that. Anyway, yeah, if you want one and you're not skinned, knock yourself out. I'll start getting them up there, and hopefully Redbubble is more friendly to pleasant, normal, centrist people that don't espouse communism in public, and they won't take any of my shit down. Yeah, have a look, knock yourselves out. Cheers, thanks for all the support, and I'll see you guys soon.